Hello, and welcome to our news broadcast. It is June 9th, 1941. We have a high of 85 in D.C. this afternoon. And breaking news, the U.S. Navy has engaged the Japanese Imperial Navy near the islands of Midway, after just 2 days of fighting, starting on June 4th and ending on June 6th in 1941. It was a resounding victory for the U.S. Navy. The Japanese Navy went to expand its everlasting control in the Pacific. The U.S. Navy was there to stop it and hit back for Pearl Harbor. According to the battle logs, the Japanese used and lost 4 aircraft carriers. They also lost some 3,000 troops, while the U.S. lost a mere 300 troops. We managed to destroy half of all of their aircrafts, and throughout the whole battles, our ships never even got in sight of theirs. After we broke the Japanese encryption, we were able to learn of a possible attack on some place called AF. Our military strategists believed that this would be the island of Midway. With this information, we were able to fortify it and destroy the Japanese when they arrived. They believed that we had 1 or maybe 2 aircraft carriers at the site, when in fact we had 3. Yorktown, which had been damaged in the Battle of Coral Reef, had been fixed in just 2 days and was on site when they arrived. The whole battle was fought by sending bombers and other fighter jets back and forth between the 2 sets of ships. This whole investment was made by General Yamamoto, who has been running this campaign against the Pacific. And because of this failure, they lost 200 of their ace pilots, 3,000 troops, and about 300 planes. This also required the Japanese Navy to abandon their efforts in expanding their control in the Pacific. And now I'd like to hand things over to Branyo, who has a special segment on how Nazis are brainwashing their citizens. Branyo?
Thanks, Will. Some of you out there may know that the Third Reich is controlling the minds of their citizens using propaganda. In fact, the Nazis have a whole branch of government dedicated to misleading their citizens. They call it the Reich Ministry of Public Enlightenment and Propaganda, led by Joseph Goebbels, a man who is very close to Hitler. An anonymous source from inside the Nazi Party has said that this year alone, the Nazis spent 187 million Reichmarks, or 75 million US dollars, in this ministry alone. Now, propaganda comes from the word propagare in Latin, meaning to spread. The Nazis have been using this to convince their people that they are part of a master race. They have also been using propaganda in order to make us look like bloodthirsty idiots. That wraps up this segment, and now I'm going to pass it back to Will.
Thank you, Branyo. That concludes today's broadcast. We hope you enjoyed your time and that you will come again. Good night.